This is the S&P 500 SPDR ETF SPY one-day reading for September 18th, 2024. It's currently July 16th, 2024, 2:09 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading is $563.27. That's USD. The shuffle video for the 18th, I actually had to recreate this from the video, so we'll say it was created today, even though it wasn't. But that's the 16th of July, still well ahead of September. So the overall theme of behavior, the Emperor card here. The Emperor card here also representing an opportunity, the Emperor card as the theme card represents a important support level on a multi-day, like on a scale greater than this time frame of the reading. So in this case, it would be greater than like on a 1 month scale. So there's a support level important on a 1 month scale that's highlighted throughout the day here at some moment throughout the day here. Behavior around the high, we have a notable drop off of the day's high, a notable drop to an important trough on a 1 day chart minimum. And then the low forms when we have a decline through multiple support levels. The trade card indicating there's an attempt to establish support, but it's not really talking about trading so much today. We'll see what else I get. I think what it's saying is that I should trade around an attempt to establish support that fails. That's what it looks like. Now, we're going to get into the hour-by-hour chart behavior, as well as timing the highs, the lows, and the best trade opportunities. But before we do that, I just want to make sure you're aware. The whole purpose of the channel is to transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. And we do that by following the rule of karma for the channel. It's a threefold agreement between the universe and anybody utilizing this information for personal gain. Nothing wrong with gaining from this information as long as you are simultaneously helping other people. So the way that you do that is you go to our website, Tarot for Traders, to the resources tab. 5% of all profits should be donated forward to one of these charities here. Just click a link and donate. It's super easy. And 5% of the profit should be donated back to the channel through one of these links. If you're international, you can use the app Wise. It's reliable. Or you can use crypto. There's a ton of different QR codes for crypto donations. It leaves you at 90%. That's way more than a stockbroker would ever leave you with. With that said, guys, make sure to follow through on that rule of karma. As long as you do that, the universe considers you an angel investor of the channel. It's going to set it back to tenfold for following through. Blessings to all my angel investors. Let's get back into it. In the pre-market, we open lower, and it looks like we have a high in the pre-market for the day, or one of our highs in the pre-market for the day that we declined from pretty notably into the open. There's an opportunity in that decline to open up a long position, and it looks like out of the open we have like this pop and drop, and then from the drop in the first half hour, that decline ending with a fast sudden move higher, reaching for a distant resistance, and there's a cash out opportunity for a day trade there, somewhere between 10 and 12. I'm leaning towards closer to 10 than to 12. So at the open, you could close out of the short positions from the prior day that were opened here, accumulated over the end of the day on the 17th. You close out of them here at the open up a long position for a day trade, close a long position when we have this big move to the upside, ending the decline, reaching for a distant resistance, and taking us to another high for the day. I would say that high for the day it will be indicated. It'll either be the same high as what we had in the pre-market, or it'll be a higher one. More likely to be the same high that we had in the pre-market. No, it's a higher one. But it'll look like we'll look like we're going to go through key resistance here based on some sort of chart behavior that transpired just before this moment. But instead we're disappointed and we turn around and decline through key support. So we go from a high there, roughly somewhere between 10 and 12. I wish I could narrow it down more, but somewhere in there. Look for that disappointing failed attempt. We decline from that high down to a low midday. It gets pretty mixed midday. Looks like there's some price swinging going on around that, from that high into the low. And then it looks like we might even come back to a high again by 1 o'clock. Mixed back and forth behavior within a channel. There's a cash out opportunity there as well. So if you missed the first opportunity to close out a short position from the prior day, you could close out of it here, probably closer to 1 in the midst of a sharp drop into the low. Be careful though, because there's a rally that forms out of that low, a sideways fluctuating rally that takes us back to highs, but within the last 2 hours of trading. We might even see it a couple of times. So between roughly 1 and 2, we should decline to and through support to meet another support, rotate sideways along that support, and then break down through more supports, and that'll take place off of another high. Then we should see another rally, a bit of a rally in the last hour, taking us back to a high off of which we decline again pretty notably. Really difficult to determine overall direction here from the daily. Yeah, and it looks like we have a higher price level in the morning on the 19th, but that's probably the high for the month, September, and you'd want to exit out there. You don't want to wait long because there is a sharp drop, it looks like. Sorry, that's probably the highest high thus far. And we have a pretty sharp drop. There's actually a really big drop here on the 19th, it looks like. Yeah, a really big drop. So you want to either exit to be safe. You could exit out of a long at the close here on the 18th, or you could risk it and wait and see. I think we probably open higher, but it is pretty risky. Better off to just wait and open up a short there on the 19th. And we'll get into that in more detail as we progress into that reading. Sneak preview for the following day: erratic behavior back and forth to the same price level. A crest that's revisited, that was recently a past opportunity. That probably indicates we see the same high that we have here at the end of the day. We see in the morning tomorrow. Blessings to all my angel investors. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for following through on the rule of karma. Blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys on the next one.